Ain't he cute? Please don't fly away that. Should I put a further? Y'all can see him back here. Oh, there go my chopstick. Oh, I didn't bring a poop bag out here. Garbage in the backyard. We outside, y'all. I didn't put no. Now he died to come out here. I thought he was coming out here to poop. He just came out here to run around. I am so sad, y'all, because my neighbor said he is going to cut down this magnolia tree um, in his backyard. I don't know, it was part of the HOA. You have to tell your neighbors when you're doing something in your backyard. So he's going to do some work in the backyard and cut down the magnolia tree. And I'm so sad. I am so sad. I know I am going to literally cry when he cuts that tree down. I am going to cry. I know I am because I love that tree. I don't know. It's something, and a lot of people in this area, in this housing development, have those trees in their backyard. Like, I guess when you move, we don't have one, but I guess when you move here, they planted them. So the neighbor on this side, he don't have one, but they're in a lot of other people's yards. I was saying that my neighbor next door came and told us yesterday that he's going to be doing some work in the backyard and he's going to cut down this magnolia tree. And I'm so upset. Like, I know I'm going to cry. It ain't even my damn tree, but I like the tree. I think it's so beautiful. Like, every time I come outside, I always look at that tree, and I don't know if that's something that, my ancestors loved, or I'm gonna have to look it up and find the spiritual meaning of the magnolia tree. And I'm gonna have to get some good pictures and stuff before he cuts it down because I'm just like, oh, he came and told us yesterday because my father-in-law had to sign this paper. I guess when you do work, it's in the bylaws of the HOA that your neighbors have to approve and they have to sign saying that they approve. Um, and of course, my father-in-law don't give a fuck for what they do in their backyard. It's their backyard, but they have to let you know. And I'm so sad that they're gonna cut the tree down. Let me show you. That's the tree right here. And it's a beautiful tree. I'm so sad. It's a beautiful tree. When it's in bloom, it blooms. It blooms white magnolia flowers. It's such a beautiful tree when it's in bloom. I guess it blooms. I think it blooms in like the spring and the summer, because you can see the white blooms. You can see a few white blooms on the tree. They just haven't opened yet. She don't know she finna die. I'm like, damn, you gonna cut the tree? I didn't say nothing because he wasn't talking to me. He was talking to my husband and my father-in-law. And I was like, you gonna cut the tree down? I mean, the tree is, it's gotten big since we moved here. We've been here like, I think this year be 5 years. We've been here a hella long. Um, it don't even seem like it. But we've been here hella damn long. Um, because it don't even seem like my sister-in-law and her daughter have been here for a year. It don't even seem like it. Like that time is just flying by. I didn't put no moisturizer on my face. I just washed my face and decided to come out here. I wanted to show y'all my new, um, I think these are fairy houses. Because I don't think gnomes live in houses. I think gnomes just live outside. So I think these are like little fairy houses. But I love these in my garden. So I got two. My little fairies be living good because this one got a upstairs. This one got an upstairs. No, this is a one level. This one got an upstairs. She got a loft. These little fairies be living good. And this little frog who, he just don't care about nothing, honey. He just gonna be sitting. And then this one, he looking like all right then. And I love these. I wish they had a little thing so you can hang them. But they just like little stones. So I'll put those in the garden. They live in mushrooms. Oh, I'm gonna have to get a couple of little mushrooms then. I didn't know where they lived. I thought they just lived outside. They wasn't tripping. You know, they live in the cuts. They just be all over the place. You know, I love me a gnome. Girl, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think they live in them little houses though. I think those little houses are for the fairies. But don't the fairies be busy all night? Don't they like, oh, maybe they sleep during the day like cats. But our cats don't sleep during the day. I think they too nosy. They be up looking at what we doing and stuff. So they don't really sleep during the day. They sleep at night. Cause I didn't caught our cat like 1 o'clock in the morning, curled up in a deep sleep. Crazy cat. They sleep in the tree roots. They be burrowing down in the ground. They not trolls. I thought the trolls is the ones that be like, well, trolls be living up under bridges and stuff, don't they? Child, I don't know where these outside critters be living. I just like them. And I used to keep some of my gnomes in the house. And I think they would be mad at me because I had indoor gnomes and then I had outdoor gnomes. And I thought like my expensive gnomes that were like dressed, because I have like a Elvis gnome and I have this gnome that got on like He like a little ghetto, a thug. He got on like jeans and a gold chain. I kept them in the house because I thought they my little high class gnomes. And I think the other gnomes that would be outside would be talking shit about them. Like, you house gnome. The war of the house gnomes and the outdoor gnomes. I'm not about to spend $20 on a gnome and let him sit outside in the sun and the paint chip on and get all weathered. And no, you stand in the house. Now these kind of things that I done paid like $1.25 for, they can sit out in the sun. Because if this paint, you know, if the sun or the rain chips his paint, he just gonna be a paint chipped little frog. Sitting out here in the sun, I'm not tripping. But my expensive little whatnots and doodads, they stay in the house. If I pay more than $5 for you, you will definitely live indoors. This is my favorite time of year though, because this is when the stores have all of because this is considered like spring stuff. So this is when the stores have all this kind of stuff, and I legit lose my mind because I love a good no. My garden is full of gnomes, and it always will be. It always will be. That is my thing. I love garden decorations. I love like backyard decor. I like that kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff that makes me happy. Flowers and cactus and succulents and backyard decor. What are you doing, little boy? I'm still waiting for my kalanchoe to bloom. Oh my God. We are legit gonna have a party when this kalanchoe bloom. I have been waiting a whole year for this plant to see if it was going to bloom again. And the buds are there. We have buds. So I'm not sure how long it takes for the actual flower to open up because it's such a pretty plant when it blooms. But I think I messed up. I need to do some research because after the flowers died, I cut the buds off. And maybe I wasn't supposed to cut them. Maybe they were supposed to die on their own. I'm gonna have to do some research. But it's been a whole year. Like last year, it didn't bud. And so I was like, oh, it's been more than a year. It's been 2 years. Last year it didn't bud. It didn't do anything last year. Like it went completely dormant. Like I thought it was gonna die last year. So it's been 2 years. This is the second year. It should have budded last year, but it didn't. So we have buds this year. We just don't have flowers yet. And honey, when we get flowers, I'm gonna get a bottle of champagne and we are going to be sitting out here enjoying the beauty of this kalanchoe that I have been waiting and hoping it will bud again. This is the joy for me of having plants, is watching these plants from being small. Some of them I've had since they were young. They have birthed other plants. And then, to watch them die, sometimes they die, but that's the cycle of life. I enjoy so much. One of the plants that I love so much is a plant that my son gave me on Mother's Day. It's a succulent. And she went on to have two children, just like me. And she hasn't had any more. And I was like, look at that. That's me. And one of them is bigger than the other one, just like my two boys. But I'm like, girl, you ain't gonna have no more babies. And she like, nah, girl, that's it. And the mother is, she's still doing well. She's big, she's healthy, she's still doing good. And the two plants that she had, one of them looks a little sickly. She is a little small. But my oldest son is small, and my youngest son is, a little more burly. But I love that. You tired? You tired already? You came in here. You exercise. You had you you had you exercise. Hmm. You ready to go in the house? You didn't boo boo. You didn't boo boo. You better boo boo, okay? Go boo boo. Go boo boo, and then you can go in the house. Go boo boo. You don't have to boo boo. It's windy. He don't want to stay out here. It's too windy. You don't like it. You don't like the wind. You ready to go in the house? Let me put the frogs over here. Then we can go in the house, okay? He like, do what you gotta do. I'm ready to go in the house. Shit. It's cold out here. It is not even cold. And you got on a fur coat. You cannot be cold. I know you're not cold. Hold on, buddy. Let me put my little known houses out. Let me see, well, maybe I can put this right here. Hopefully it'll stay. Hold on. I was gonna put this bag in the garbage. But let me put this back. I need to empty that water out of there. You ready? You like, I've been ready. Waiting on your butt. You didn't do it. All these dead worms. It do look like it's gonna rain though. He in there? Oh, okay. Well, that's not the documentary though. That's the actual movie.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Oh.
But I was just saying that Netflix was going to do one. They had all the material. It was like came out to like 3 hours or something around there, and
Well, what was the other
fantasy.
thing you sent me? Cause I was on the phone.
Oh, um, that was somebody's take on Not Like Us, but from Burger King perspective. It was funny.
Did you work out? Oh. It's gonna get dark, y'all, cause I'm going in the room. Throw these bags away. Damn, it still smell like boiled eggs in here. I need to. Um, oh Lord, turn this TV down. What I do with my glasses? I ain't gonna read the comments. I'm gonna be like this. I don't know why it sound like you just closed 50 doors. I let's see. No, I just closed two. I just closed two. The back door and then the door to my husband's man cave. Well, it's actually the library. We can't call it man cave in front of my mother-in-law. It's the library. It's the library. Yeah. I mean, this is a decent sized house. This is a 5 bedroom house, so it's uh it's a lot of space. It is a lot of it's a nice it's a nice size house. These are some pretty big houses. From the outside, I was gonna say from the outside it don't look that big, but it do. It does. It looks big from the outside. It's a lot of space. Yeah, the library. Because because we're in the guest wing. That's where that's where we live. We live in the guest wing. But basically it is because we have our own private entrance. Like you can literally walk out the back door, out the back gate to the street. So we have our own private um entrance. At night, that's how I let um Gizmo go outside to use the bathroom instead of walking through the house to the backyard. And plus, at night, sometimes the critters be in the backyard, and I don't be want to go back there. My husband has a big flashlight. Well, the flashlight ain't big, but the light projects big. So he goes out there with that flashlight and be shining that light around in the backyard, even though we have um what are those lights? The sensor lights that come on as soon as you step out the back door. The light will come on in the backyard. But Gizmo likes to go into the corner of the backyard to use the bathroom. So my husband shines this big light out there. I don't like going out there at night. It to me is I don't know. It's scary. I don't go out there after a certain time by myself. I just let him out on the side of the house. It's just to me, I don't know. But yeah, this is a pretty big house. Like I be looking, like all of these houses are five. All of these houses in this area are 5 or 6 bedroom. That's just how they made these homes. On this block, it's only a few that have 6 bedrooms, but you can tell because the extra bedroom there is a V point with an extra window, so you can tell the 6 bedroom homes. My neighbor next door has a 6 bedroom. Then we have a five. They have a five. The majority of people have fives. So it's, I think, five different styles of homes. They have a little cul-de-sac at the end of the block. Those are were the model homes. So you can see what. each of the houses in this area are. One day I'll take y'all over there and show you um, the model homes and show you which house we have. I think we have the ranch style something. I think it's ranch style. They have a stone. They have one, I call it the little house on the prairie, cuz it looks older. It gives Little House on the Prairie, modern Little House on the Prairie. Somebody sitting on the porch because they have a porch. You could be sitting out there on the porch, drinking your tea. The people directly across the street from us, the Asian lady, she has that Little House on the Prairie house. And she like me. She got all of the succulents and cactus. She got like a roost, not a real rooster, but a stone rooster, and um she's Asian. So she has like certain Buddhas on her porch and stuff. She like the only person on this block or in this area that really has, succulents and little um, statues and stuff on her porch. Everybody else in this neighborhood, these uppity ass people, they don't have nothing outside. Their porches are boring. Their houses are boring. It's the whole well manicured Tesla in the driveway um, type neighborhood. Everybody, mostly everybody, has an electric car plugged up, a Tesla, or so. Even my sister in law has her BMW is, what is it? What do they call it? Hybrid. So she even be having her BMW um plugged up. So you know that's just and it's hella quiet. Like we moved from a more urban um area to this. It's super ass quiet here. Like I had to get used to this level of quiet because you don't hear anything because we live like a mile from or more from the actual street, regular street. Like you got to come up in here. It's like a gated community without the gate. So you got to drive up in here and drive around before you get to our house. So we don't hear ain't no street noise. You don't hear anything but, birds, and every now and then I hear a car, but it's very rare. It's so quiet. So quiet. But we like it. I like it. I'm grateful. I ain't complaining. I'm super grateful because like my whole life I've grown up in apartments. It's like the first time I ever lived in a house. I ain't grow up in no house. Like my husband, we grew up so different. Like he's always lived in a house. He don't know what it's like to live in an apartment until we got married and he moved in with me. But when he retired, when he retired, um, if we don't get a house, then we gonna get an apartment and we gonna ski daddle. Skeet skeet. Cause I'm really kind of thinking about moving to Sacramento because I've been seeing a lot of videos on TikTok about what are my scissors? Shit. About Sacramento, and I need to clean up my area. It's getting too crazy over here. Oh, maybe they in this box. About like the the food scene in Sacramento, and it look good. It looks like they got some. I need to get rid of that. I need to clean up this whole little area over here because I don't know where my scissors at, and it's pissing me off. Um, and it looked like I could live in Sacramento. So we're going to start researching that again. But we're not going to buy a house until this housing market is really settled. And right now, with people not knowing what Trump is going to do and, what's going to happen to the economy, this really ain't a good time to be buying a house. And I'm grateful that I'm in the position that I'm in. We don't have to worry about that at least. So, um, we're going to be here until we figure things out, until the world gets in a better uh, position and we figure things out. We're going to be right here. So, I went yesterday to CVS to I went to get some omeprazole for my stomach because I'm trying not to take omeprazole every day because they say long term taking omeprazole is not good for you. So I am going to see the GI doctor. As a matter of fact, when I get off of here, I'm gonna leave a message for my doctor, and I got to call them about the sleep study because I think they want me to do another sleep study. I don't know. They called me and I never called them back, so I got to call them back and leave a message for my doctor to set up an appointment for me to see the GI doctor to see if it's something else I can take other than meprazole that doesn't have like those. It don't have no side effects for me, but they say long term it's not good for you. But anyway, when I went there, I was going to go and look at the CeraVe products because I'm trying to change my skincare routine. Like I'm really trying to have a skincare routine. Not that my skin is bad. My skin has never been bad. Like I've never had like acne. I've had psoriasis and eczema, but I've never had acne. Acne has never been a problem for me. But I am noticing like some fine lines and a lot of dryness around here, and of course the little um dark circles under my eyes. So I was like, okay, Lashana, you're gonna have to get serious about your skincare because I've never really taken it serious. So I ordered some Clinique because I have used Clinique in the past and I did really like it on my skin. But I started following this dermatologist on YouTube, and he was talking about Sarah V. And so I went to CVS to see, to get some price points to see how much like it was and stuff because he said it was reasonably priced. All that shit was locked up. When I tell you the CeraVe was locked up, the shampoo was locked up, the eyelashes and fingernails was locked. I mean, every beauty product, shampoo, soap, conditioner, hair oil, everything. That shit made me so mad. I walked out the store. I bought my omeprazole and got the hell up out of there. Cause I'm like, God damn. You can't touch it. You can't pick it up and look at it. It's locked up. So I just was like, okay. And I want to go to Walmart, but I already know it's locked up at Walmart. I don't know if I don't think the CeraVe, I don't think the facial cleansers, they may be. Because I know all the makeup and fingernail polish and all that stuff at Walmart is locked up. And then when you call the people, when you push the button for an associate to come and unlock it, they be having the audacity to have an attitude. Like, this is your job, ma'am, sir. This is what you're getting paid to do. This in your job description. You supposed to open the doors for customers. Shit. I want to buy it. What the hell? So, I don't know. I don't be wanting to go through that. I don't want to deal with they janky ass attitudes. They mad at the world and I don't want to go through all that shit. So I just be like, you know what? I don't want it that bad. But I do want it. I wanted to try the retinol, but the person's added the fact that they already don't have that many people working at CVS, I didn't feel like going through all that. I was just like, oh, I don't want it. And I left the store. I need a new container because my yarn collection is overflowing the container that I have it in. And you know how when you have something in a container and it's too much and it's just stacked up, it starts to look junky. I don't like that. So I need to figure out what to do with my yarn. I don't know what to do. I need a bigger container. But I need it to be a cute container. Like I don't want a big ugly container for my yarn. I was thinking about getting one of those little stacking. I don't know what to do, Jesus. Oh, you know what else I done got addicted to? I go through phases. So it's skincare and perfume this year. This is my year of just going crazy with skincare products and perfume. Cause I want to be one of the Bath and Body Works girlies. Going to Bath and Body Works, but I want to, get on. the Bath and Body Works sale and start buying the sprays when they $5, not $14. Cause I went in Bath and Body Works the last time I went in here, I spent $60. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna be spending $60 every week at Bath and Body Works now. I ain't gonna do that. So I gotta start catching these sales. The Hydro Boost, girl, all everything, everything was locked up at CVS. It's not, is it? I don't think it's locked up at Walgreens. No, it is. It is. It's a smaller case. But I think it's locked up at Walgreens too. Walgreens don't have their shampoo. Their shampoo ain't locked up. But the all of the facial stuff with like hydrolonic acid and all of that new shit, all that's locked up. Girl, I'ma have to start this. I saw this lady, she did this really, she has a log book. And this is how she rotates her Bath and Body Works because she has so many she has like a collection of Bath and Body Works, and she has a log book that she keeps, and she writes down the scent of the day and the date. And I thought that was a really good idea because I love a good, journal and all that kind of stuff. So I said I was going to start doing that, and I have to start today. I haven't sprayed anything today, but yesterday I wore sweet pea. And sweet pea used to be my scent back in the day. Sweet pea was Sweet pea is like a early 2000s scent because I was a Bath and Body Works girly back then. Like be I used to have all of the Bath and Body Works sprays. And then one day I was just like, I hate this shit and threw it away. That's I be on that sometimes because I used to collect snow globes. I had snow globes from everywhere. And when I moved from one apartment to the other, I was like, I'm not packing all these goddamn snow globes. That's when I started collecting, and I got rid of all my snow globes. And then I was unhappy. And that's when I started collecting gnomes. So I went from snow globes to gnomes. And now I want to go back to collecting snow globes again. Because when we went to LA, I got one. I got a small one. But every truck stop that we stopped in had snow globes. And I was like, that's a sign. It's a sign for me to start back to. Let me show y'all this one. This little rug keeps. I need to put some rug tape. Damn. Do it say Yeah, it say California. The Golden State. And it's a bear in there. So I'm gonna start back to collecting snow globes. I've always loved snow globes. And I don't care if I have like 50,000 California ones. I want one with the Golden Gate Bridge and You can easily get those at like Pier 39 or someplace. So I do want one with the Golden Gate Bridge. I just want to see like how many snow globes I can get in a year. Girl, you know I can't see. Hydrologic. That's okay. So the dermatologist, he always talks about the retinols and the hydro whatever acid um being good for your skin. I don't have any crow's feet. I don't have any crow's feet. And the laugh lines I think are, normal for my age, and I do have some fine lines on my forehead finally. I mean, I'm 60. I think I have good skin for 60. I think my skin looks um healthy for my age. Oh, it's locked away in all the places. Damn, I didn't know the skincare was. I didn't know they was locking up the skincare. I was like the lotions, the sunscreen, all that was locked up. The sunscreen, everything. I was like, God damn. I was I was so pissed because I like to stand there and like make up my mind, pick something up, put it down, go over here, change my mind, take that. That's my mind be all over the place when I be in a store. And when you push that button and tell the person you want that, it just seems too final. I don't want to do that. I want to look at it and put it back and make up my mind. What is in that bag right there? It's a jump rope. I know we ain't about no jump rope. Hold on. What is this? Oh, Lord, it is a jump rope. I forgot I had this. I forgot I had this. It's I forgot my husband bought me this. It's a jumpless jump rope. And you just like go like this. You just, do the hand part, but you don't jump. So it's called a ropeless jump rope. I forgot my husband bought me this. If you wanna, they on Facebook. Let me follow them on Facebook so I can see if other people be doing it. We gonna do. I'm gonna go outside. If it's not raining tomorrow, I'm gonna take this outside and I'm gonna do it. I'm like jump rope. Who the hell is jumping? Child, I got so much fitness equipment, Lord Jesus. I don't know why I'm still fat. I know my husband bought me this. Lord, I got to show him this because I know he didn't forgot about that. Ooh, I ain't gonna do nothing. That coffee was good. It's iced coffee. Let me get my glasses because I can't see what y'all saying. Hold on, y'all. Where are my glasses, Jesus? Where is my glasses? Did I take them off of here? Yeah. Oh, here are my earrings. This bedroom is a mess. I need to clean up. I don't know how I slept last night with all this shit in the bed. I done put my earrings on. Do I look different? At least I can see. But all the black hair products aren't locked up, so I know it's not racist. No, they not. Oh, this one ain't even close to a school. So they can't blame the kids. This ain't close to a school. The one I went to was kind of like, I don't want to say in the middle of nowhere, but it ain't close to a school. Why? What happened today? Why is it an emotional day? Child, it's a quiet, boring day for me. Mondays is, Mondays, I really don't like to do anything on Mondays. I like to just, Mondays and Fridays, I like to just relax. I don't like to do nothing serious. I just want to like chill out from the weekend because usually on the weekends I be done ate too much junk. Mondays, I like to drink a lot of water and just sit back and relax and not do nothing. That's usually what I do on Mondays. And Fridays, I don't want to do nothing. I want to relax because, we going to get turned up on Saturday and Sunday. We definitely not. I just, I feel like this. I worked so hard. I did so much in my 20s, 30s, and 40s. This is my time to relax. And if I choose to do nothing, then that's what I'm doing. Because I think back on some of them times when I had to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, get two kids ready for school, catch the bus to the daycare. Then from the daycare, I would catch another bus, another two buses to work, to get to work by 7 o'clock, get off work at 3:30, catch two buses to pick my children up from the daycare, catch another bus to go home, get home at 4 or 5 o'clock, fix dinner, help them with their homework, give them a bath, relax for 20 or so minutes, maybe watch something on TV, go to bed, and do the same shit again the next day with absolutely no help. I lived in complete exhaustion in my 20s and 30s. I didn't get a car until my late 20s. That made things a little bit better, but I was still tired. Like I lived in a state of exhaustion. And now I got my first car. I think I was 28, either 27 or 28. I was around there. And I had two children on the bus. So I'm 60. If I don't want to do anything, I'm not doing nothing. And I don't feel any kind of way. Like when people say, why you ain't, going here or going there, you retired, you should be doing this, you should be, I don't want to do that shit. I just want to relax. I just want to chill out and relax and allow my body to not do anything. My body stayed going from 20 to 40 something when I finally stopped. So if I don't want to do anything, if, I say that I'm just relaxing, laying around, not doing nothing, watching TV, scrolling social media, be like, oh, okay, girl, do your thing. Because it was rough. It really was. Like, I was so tired. I would be so tired. And then on top of that, not knowing I had chronic anemia, I was suffering with anemia and hypothyroidism. And I'm just pushing myself and not understanding why I was so tired. And I was young. I'm like, I'm young. I shouldn't be this tired. Not knowing I had two very serious medical conditions that made you tired. Chronic anemia from sickle cell trait and hypothyroidism is enough to make you, fatigued. You're very fatigued, very tired. But I had to keep pushing myself because I had these kids to take care of. And they didn't have nobody but me. They daddy was, he was off living his life and making other kids and everything. It was just me. So it was hard. When I look at single mothers now who have 5 and 6 kids, I'll be like, God, you superwoman. Cause two almost took me out the game, you know? And every now and then my kids it ain't often, my kids will, you know, say, you did that, you know, you did so much for us. You always took us out to eat or to the park or amusement parks, or our birthdays were always fire. Of course your kids are not going to say that kind of stuff when they're kids. Like, my kids are in their 30s now. And one day, me and my son and my husband and granddaughter, we were all talking about restaurants and stuff. And my son was like, yeah, mama took us everywhere when we was little. We went to every restaurant, you know? And I did. I took my kids, we would get up on Saturday mornings and we would go to hometown buffet because, they had the breakfast buffet. I would wake my kids up. Come on, get up, get up. We finna go to hometown. You could see them kids jumping in their clothes. And we would go to hometown and we would sit there and have breakfast and laugh and talk with each other almost every weekend. Almost every weekend. If we wasn't at hometown, we was at IHOP, we was at Denny's, because I wanted them to have these experiences. Because I didn't. Like, I rarely went to a restaurant when I was a little kid. Very rare. Because, for one, money was probably tight. And my mama cooked. Now, I could cook, but I would rather somebody else do it for me. I like going out. I wanted a boy and a girl too. so bad. Oh, I wanted a boy and a girl. I had already had a boy, and I was so happy because I wanted that boy first, and then I got pregnant again, and I didn't know. I didn't know what. Did I find out what the first child was? I think we knew he was a boy. Yeah, but I didn't find out what Hakeem was until 8 months. They wasn't doing ultrasounds back in the 80s like they do now. They wasn't doing that. I didn't find out what he was until he was almost here. And when I found out it was a boy, I didn't cry in front of the technician. But when I put my clothes back on, I was in there boo hooing. Do you hear me? When I went in the room to put my clothes back on, I was boo hooing. And I went in because my husband wasn't there at the time when I got home and told him that it was another boy. He was happy. And he was like, you'll get your girl. You'll get your girl. You young. I was only 23. You still young. You can have another one. You'll get your girl. I didn't want 3 kids. I only wanted two. I don't want another one. Shit. And I didn't have another one. But then when he was born, and he looked so much like it was copy and paste. He that baby was the spitting image of me from day one. Day one. Yeah, I ain't want no more kids. I didn't. Because see, Hakeem came here on a wing and a prayer. Me and my husband had separated and got back together, and I got pregnant with Hakeem. He wasn't supposed to be here. And in my heart, I knew it wasn't going to work. I did. But we had Hakeem. And you know what pissed me the hell off is we had Hakeem, and then my husband had got this other girl pregnant while we were together. She had, no, I had Hakeem in April. She had her baby in like October or November. That was it. That that was it for me. We separated again, got a divorce. He got with another girl, had a daughter. I was mad as hell. I didn't even want him. I didn't even want him. But then we weren't talking. He would come see the kids and stuff. But I wouldn't talk to him. But then when we finally started, back to talking and got on like decent vibes and stuff. He was like, "Why was you mad at me like that? Like, why'd you stop talking to me?" I was like, "Why did you have a daughter with somebody else, knowing that I wanted a girl?" And she was the prettiest little girl. So cute. The prettiest little girl. I was mad for a long time. A long time. Yeah, that's Monty dad. I always tell her Monty that's why uh, she looks so much like me. Because even Amani is saying now, yeah, I do look like you. We do look alike. I'm like, oh, you see it now? She was like, I see it with your short hair. You look, I can see your face more. So we do look. I said, yeah, you because you look so much like your dad, and your dad looks so much like me, and my other son looks like his dad, more like his father than he does me. I mean, this it's weird. My kids are like, one of them is a spitting image of his daddy, uh, body build, facial structure, everything like his father. And then Hakeem, spitting image of me, body build. He's more chunky. Hakeem is just tall. Yeah, but we are. If you see all of us together, a picture. If you see a picture of the three of us together, and you really look at our face, our facial um structure, you'll be like, oh yeah, they all look alike. They all look alike. And then I want to take a picture of me, Hakeem, Monty, me, Garion, and his son, because Garion's son, my oldest boy's son, looked dead on him. God damn. The only difference is his hair, because he's mixed. He's Caucasian and black. He's got very, very curly, like defined curly hair. That's the only difference. The of the two of them. But he got his whole face, just like Amani has Hakeem's whole entire face. I was looking at some pictures of them that was in my Facebook memories. I'm like, damn, you took that boy whole face. It was just like this, my face. She's so much like him. But she looked like her mama too, though. I can see her mama in her. Her mama is the Filipino part of Amani. So I can see her mother. Genetics are very interesting. Very. Because when I look at my mom and dad, I got my dad's eyes, but I didn't take nobody's face. Like, who child am I? Like, okay, my dad's eyes for sure, because he had the smaller almond shaped eyes. But my face, I don't look nothing like nobody. I don't look like nobody. I kind of look like one of my aunties. Like, I look like I could be in the Worsham family. I do look kind of like them, similar to them, because a lot of people in my family have kind of wide noses, and they're my complexion or lighter. I kind of look like one or two of my aunties, but not my mama and daddy. Hey, Melissa, I don't really look like my mom and daddy like that. I don't know, child. Because my mama was petite, like maybe 5'6" or something, but she was real petite. She used to run track and stuff. She was small. I ain't never been small. Like when I was in elementary school, like I was born little, but I, put on weight. And I think like my dad's side of the family, the women are bigger, you know, but I don't know. I don't look like my mama. Cause I always used to be like, "Are you sure that's my mama?" Cause I don't look like her. To me, and none of my brothers, none of them look like her. One of them, I think, my oldest brother, he kind of looked like her, but don't none of the rest of them look like her. Like we all look different. So genetics is strange. My husband and his sister, to me, look absolutely no. I would never, if it was a lineup and they said pick the people that are brothers and sisters, I would never pick my husband and his sister to be related. They don't look nothing alike. Nothing. Genetics is crazy. And they got the same mom and the same daddy. But to me, my husband don't look like his mom and daddy. I'm like, they got doubt you. But they got all the pictures and birth certificate and all that shit. That's it. That's it. But he don't look like his mama or his daddy. I mean, like, are you sure? You sure that's your mama and daddy? But his sister don't either. To me, she kinda she looks like my mother-in-law more than my husband does. But it's only because she's lighter. Like my sister-in-law is real light skinned. My husband is darker. My husband looks like his grandmother. His grandmother was dark skinned. So my husband looks more like his grandmother. She passed away. They were real close. They were really, really close. And you know what's crazy is my husband's grandmother passed away like before my mom did. And she is buried right across the in the cemetery. It's a road. She's buried directly across the street from my mother. Like they could see each other. So when we go to the cemetery, we always go and visit both of them. I mean, they are directly across the street from each other. So we always go. And I'm gonna have to go to the cemetery because I ain't been in 2 years. But before my mother passed, she always said, "Don't don't come out here. Don't don't be running out here. Don't be running out to Rolling Hills." She knew she was gonna be at Rolling Hills because that's where my dad is. She was like, don't be running out here to Rolling Hills because I'm gone. She was like, it don't make no sense for you to be running out to the cemetery. She said, it's people that lose their mind coming to the cemetery all the time. She would always say, it's so unnecessary because I'm not here. I'm with the Lord. And I always took that to heart. You know, I know she's not there. But sometimes you just have that, you just want to go where you put the person. And I just been feeling like, I want to go out there and at least talk to her. I've never taken my granddaughter out there, and my kids have not been out there since we buried her. And that was in 2011. As a matter of fact, Hakeem said he don't know where she is. So I'm gonna take him out there, and I want to take Amani so she can, because Amani was. I felt like she was too young to go to the funeral, so we didn't bring her. It does. It does bring you, some comfort, even though I'm not um I'm not like stressed out about my mom's death. Like I'm not tripping off of it. I have, come to terms with the fact that my mother is gone. And going out there, it bothers me, but it doesn't bother me to the point where I can't handle it. I can handle, seeing her grave and all of that kind of stuff. I just don't like going because, if she had been that person that had said, when I leave here, I want flowers every month and I want you to do this and I want you to do that, I would have did it. But my mama didn't like flowers in her real life. She was not a flower girly. And I think that's why I'm not really a flower girly either. She and she always she didn't have a green thumb. She would kill house plants because she overwatered everything. Even though you would tell her don't water, okay, but she would think the plant was thirsty every time she was thirsty. So she overwatered and killed all her house plants. So plants aren't her thing. So and the cemetery they have the cemetery is like the HOA. The cemetery where my mother is buried, they like a HOA. They got so many goddamn rules. They only let flowers stay for, a certain period of time. You can't have a whole bunch of decorations. They be sending out newsletters. We about to clean up. And if it's something you want, you better come get it. Cause we gonna throw everything away. So I don't be taking all that shit out there. I ain't wasting my money like that. And she didn't want it anyway. Well, I'm not doing all that. So I do want to go see her though. I've been having this feeling to go see her, and thank God she's not that far from where we live. It's not that far. As a matter of fact, we pass by. If we go to like Oakland or something, we pass by the cemetery. I can damn near see her, not see her grave, but see the area where she is from the freeway. So, cuz it's a big cemetery that's like really known in the area where we live. So, I'm probably going to go. We might go this weekend if it's not raining. But that's it, y'all. I'm on tree watch. I'm going to take some pictures because I'm not really sure when my neighbor is going to cut down this magnolia tree, but I want to take some pictures of the tree before he cuts it down. And I know I don't know why I'm so emotional about this tree um, coming down. It ain't my tree, but it's just such a beautiful tree. And I'm sad. So, oh, Melissa, you don't know my neighbor came yesterday. He's going to do some work in his backyard. I think he said he put in a sauna or hot tub or something in his backyard, and they redoing the backyard, and he's going to cut down this magnolia tree. And I love that tree. Oh, the tree is so beautiful when it blooms. I sit in my backyard and you can see the tree from my backyard. Like the tree kind of leans over in our yard, and those beautiful magnolia blooms. You can see them and stuff. And he said he's going to cut that tree down. It used to be a tree house back there. And when his kids went to college, they tore the tree house down. And we was like, the tree house coming down? And the kids was like, yep, we leaving. We don't need this anymore. So they took the tree house down. Now they finna cut down the magnolia tree. And the tree is so beautiful when it blooms. But the good thing is, my neighborhood is full of this area that we live in. I guess in this housing development, they must have planted those magnolia trees when they built these houses. And so a lot of these houses either have them in the backyard or the front yard. So there are a lot of them in the neighborhood. But this one was in our backyard. I could just sit in, the lounge chair and look at this beautiful magnolia tree. And to know that they about to cut that tree down. Oh, what he said yesterday just broke my heart. So we're on tree watch. And I just want to take some pictures, you know, of the magnolia tree before it comes down. I wish that the magnolias were blooming right now so I could take some pictures of the blooms before they're gone. It is some blooms on there, but they haven't opened. So I'm not really sure when he's going to do it, but because he has to, I guess, turn these papers into the HOA, and I guess they have to also approve it before the work is done. So I'm kind of sad. So I'm gonna take some pictures, and I like taking pictures of like the sunsets because the sunsets are so beautiful here in the Bay Area because they're so colorful. So I love taking pictures of sunsets and the roses and stuff when they bloom. I love taking those kinds of pictures and stuff. I've always been into photography. My first husband was a photographer, was like an amateur photographer. He had like all types of cameras, and he was like really into cameras. He always had cameras, but he took some really nice photos and stuff. So I've always been, even before I met him, I was like into taking pictures and stuff. So that is one thing that I enjoy. Like I usually in the springtime, I love walking around the neighborhood, just taking pictures of flowers and all that kind of stuff. I know my neighbors be like, "Oh, they got that weird lady taking pictures of our rose." They should be used to me by now because I do it all the time. Just be walking down the street taking pictures of roses and whatever kind of flowers people have in their yards, and every now and then I'll get an occasional picture of a turkey. So that's I'm gonna start walking again too because I haven't been walking, and it looks like they paved the little walking trail, the entrance to the walking trail. So I want to go down there and see um did they change that? And if they change that, that's a game changer. Because at first you had to walk on these rocks to get down to the walking trail. It wasn't paved. And this was like the beginning of the trail for our area. And I'm like, why won't they pave this? And my husband said, it looks like they paved it. And so I want to walk down there and see because I haven't walked down there. I haven't really been walking like and getting a lot of exercise. I'm gonna have to show my husband this little jump rope thing and ask him. Do he remember it? I want to go outside and try it because it's a jump rope, but you instead of jumping, you just move your feet. But you do the hand movements and the little it's a little weighted ball on there. So you do the hand movements and just move your feet. So you don't it's for, people like I don't want to say old people, but people like me who may have mobility issues and can't jump. Because, jumping with a jump rope is a fall hazard for some of us. So this way you don't get tangled up in the rope, but you're doing the hand movements and the feet. So it's a good the connection is tripping. It ain't showing it on my end. Is any because in the TV is working. It's not lagging on the TV. Is anybody else having? Let me see. Oh, maybe it is because the remote ain't working. This I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what is going on with my Roku remote. We just got a new Roku, right? And the remote, the remote don't work. The remote just keeps eating up batteries. Cause I just put these batteries in here, and yeah, I don't know what's going on. What you say? Oh, connection is losing it. Oh, really? She on now? Cause I ain't been watching her. I've been in my own world, child. The only thing I've been watching is Bath and Body Works. Cause I want to be one of the Bath and Body Works girlies. I've been watching Bath and Body Works and crochet, and that's it. I haven't really seen none of her videos. Like, why she don't come up on my she don't come up on my where is she at? She ain't on here. She don't. Oh, is that her? Yeah, she ain't had a video in a minute. Yeah, I ain't really been keeping up with her ass. She cussed out all her viewers and she leaving in March. Where's she going? Where's she gonna go? I want some more of that iced coffee. That coffee was sure enough good. I need to drink some water. Where is she gonna go? She ain't got no money. Where she gonna go? That's funny. She leaving in March. Leaving to go where? She better keep her butt in that transitional home or whatever it is she live in. She better keep her butt there. She claims she not obtaining. Well, she's probably not. She probably not, honey. YouTube is not pushing people's videos out like they used to. And most people are complaining that their money, my little check ain't what it was either. And this money For some people, it's different. This my play money. What I get off of YouTube would be what I spent on yarn and, my little craft, money, stuff like that. Shein, that was my Shein money. YouTube was. And yeah, I ain't getting it. But I have to say, I don't do as many lives as I used to. I don't go live as much as and I keep saying, I'm gonna be on here, I'm gonna be doing this, I ain't doing that shit. I don't want to. Yeah, when she don't get no cash apps and she don't get no money, she be hot. She be mad as hell. I could be on here talking about her and Peach McIntyre and some of these other crazy people on social media, but I don't want to. That takes too much energy. I be going to the dollar store, I be at Bath and Body Works, I be at Ross, I be at Dee Dee's. I could be making all kind of videos. But when I go shopping, I'm having fun. It's fun for me to just be looking at the little clothes and stuff, pulling out my camera and recording and doing all of that. It just takes too much of my energy. I just don't be wanting to do it. Girl, I wish I would sign. When she had the class for $1.99, I did sign up. And she didn't say anything that I didn't already know. It wasn't the it wasn't the good morning peach. It was the social media, how to, do stuff. And everything she said was shit I already knew. And I am definitely not gonna get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to take a class with Peach McIntyre for her to be reading out of a book that I can read my damn self. I'm definitely not going to do that. Yeah, if Connection can get up every morning and make all these videos, cook all these elaborate meals and shit, she could go to work. Yeah, the Peach teaching people how to be rich, and you just left bankruptcy court, not bankrupt, eviction court. You got to get out of the apartment that you live in by next month. They evicted her. The apartment complex won. She has to vacate by next month. And you trying to teach people how to be rich? She must mean hood rich. That get evicted and get another apartment. Let me show you how to get evicted and get another place as soon as possible. Yeah, she need a psychologist. She was mad at her husband. Mad. I mean, mad, talking big shit about her husband because he wanted to go to his father's funeral and his brother. She didn't want that man to attend his own brother's funeral. And then, what, 2 weeks later, his daddy died. And she got mad at him because she said he picked his family over her. He should have stayed at home with her and all them kids and not went to his father's funeral. The whole family should have went to the funeral. That was them kids' grandfather. Everybody should have went to the funeral. I didn't went with my husband all the way to Los Angeles for his families when people have passed away in his family. That's my husband. I'm going with him. He is never gonna have to go to a funeral or anything like that by himself. I'm his backbone. I'm his helpmate. When something happens like that, I'm going to be there standing with him. You let your husband go to the funeral of his father by himself. You are one evil, evil ass woman. And then she get mad at him when he cheats. Of course he gonna cheat. You don't love him. You don't love him. There's no way in the world my husband would have went to the funeral of his daddy. The whole family would have been there. But Peach don't like Wood's mama. She don't like nobody. Peach don't like nobody. Peach don't like herself. She don't love herself. So of course she can't love nobody else. And Peach love having kids. I don't know if she loves being pregnant. If that's the fascination. She loves being pregnant. It seems like she loves the babies while they're babies, but once they start walking and talking and being just real people, she kind of go, because I don't see her loving on any of the children other than them while they're a baby, while she can nurse them and hold them and pick them up. After they get to that stage, they on their own. She kicked them to the curb. She likes them while they're little. But I don't think any of those kids really get, after a certain age, they really get the nurturing and the loving, the hugs and kisses and, picking them up and really loving. I don't think they get that from her. My granddaughter told me, I think I, have gotten too big to come over your house and I'll sleep over. But I think I done got too big to sleep in the bed with you. I said, girl, you ain't gonna never get that big. Never. Don't even put that in your head. You will never get that big. You will never get too big to sleep in the bed with me. You ain't gonna never get that grown. And she looked at me and was like, okay, because she called me queen too. Yeah, she did too much after that C-section. I mean, to me, just providing for your children and buying them things and taking them places does not mean you're a good mother. If you're not nurturing and loving, and it's hard to nurture 9 children. I'm It's hard to nurture two. To give 2 kids everything that you want them to have emotionally. Yeah, girl, you ain't gonna never get that big. That you can't crawl up in the bed with me. Now don't start smelling yourself since you didn't turn 16. Don't do it. Don't do it. You gonna always be a baby to me. Get your you better get your butt in that bed. You gonna always. You will never get too grown. Mm-mm. I don't play that. You my child. Get your butt in that bed. You been sleeping with me since you was born. And you turned 16 talking about, oh, I think I done got too big to get in bed. Girl, you better get in that bed and go to sleep. Because she haven't spent the night over here in a while. I think she spent the night when she was 15. So she ain't spent the night in a minute. But girl, you ain't got that big. You will never. You will never get that grown. You will always be Granny's baby. And you better get in that bed and go to sleep. Shit. Kids, they need a lot emotionally. She only has one daughter. The rest of them are boys. And her oldest son does not seem like he has the social skills of a 17-year-old boy. He's just, and I know that all kids are different, but my boy, well, my oldest son at 17, he wasn't really, you know, going on dates. Kids date different now than they did when I was dating anyway. But he wasn't really going with girls and stuff like that. I think Hakeem, I don't know, child. I don't know. Her oldest son, I don't know. He seems not like a 17-year-old boy. The kids just don't, I don't know. It's got to be hard on a peach. It's got to be hard. And of course, she don't want to show that side of her. She wants to show the side that I'm doing this. I'm rich. You bitches on welfare ain't got nothing on me. I'm out here living a life. I'm at this restaurant. We balling. She's not going to show you the real side of having to deal with an autistic child because I know that's a handful. I know it is because I dealt with a child who had ADD and oppositional defiance disorder, and it was rough. It was rough. There would be times when my ADD child would be spinning around the house like the Tasmanian devil. Like that boy would hit every wall in the house. He would be skating, he would be flipping, he would be rolling, he would be running. He just, boy, if you don't sit your ass down, if you didn't watch him, he'd be then jumped on his bike and be trying to ride the bike, and that boy would be everywhere in that house, just doing shit. So I know how it is to have a child that is not neurotypical, who's not just gonna like sit down and read a book and no. He trying to figure out how to put the book on the ceiling fan and roll the cars up the wall and just out here doing shit. So I know having, a child who has autism, who is not, he's verbal, but not like, not like a neurotypical child. And then having other children, that's a lot. And Peach is trying to like leave all the kids with her husband so she can be somewhere filming content, or put the kids in daycare so she can be filming content. It's a lot. That's a lot. Hey Mickey, that's a lot going on. I wouldn't want to do it. I don't want 9 kids by nobody. Even even when I was young, I didn't want no 9 kids. Hell no. Mm-mm. I didn't want but 2 kids. That was all I wanted. I wanted a boy and a girl. And it didn't happen. I ended up with 2 boys, and that was it. Because I wanted all my kids to have the same daddy. And when me and my first husband got a divorce, I was like, oh, that's it. Now, if me and my husband had got together before we did, I would have had another child. That's because he don't have no kids. But I would have had a child by him because when I was a teenager, I wanted a child by him. But it just didn't work out. Really, for whatever reason, it was not meant for us to have kids because he married somebody else. It really wasn't meant for him to have kids, period, because he married somebody else. She couldn't have kids. By the time we got back together, I was in my late 40s and had already had a hysterectomy. So we weren't having the kids. But if we had got back together earlier, we would have had kids. I would have just went on and been like, okay, well, my baby daddies, my kids have different fathers, and I just would have dealt with it. Yeah, my kids are his. Those are his kids. The grandkids are his grandkids. The grandkids don't know nobody else. That's Papa. Because my first husband passed after. Amani is the oldest grandchild. So my first husband passed. I think Amani was a year. I don't even know if she had made a year yet. She was young when he passed. So me and Eric got together when Amani had to be two, either 2 or 3. So that's the only pawpaw she know. She don't remember her biological pawpaw. So my husband is pawpaw to these grandkids. That's all they know. And my grandson is 2 years younger than Amani, and he didn't get to see Willie at all. So he is all these grandkids know. That's pawpaw. And to him, those are his grandkids, you know? So that's just how things worked out. Like I would love to have had a child with him, but it didn't work out that way. But I ain't want no 9 damn kids. I would have had one. That would have been it. And that would have been crazy because my kids would have been like teenagers. And then here I am having another child. Or like at least they would have been at least like 8 or 9 or Yeah, like 8 or 9. And then I would have had another kid if it had worked out. But things didn't work out like that. This was all part of um, God's plan. It wasn't. We were not supposed to get married in our 20s. And I look back at it and I'm saying, like, if we had got married in our 20s, we probably would have got on each other's nerves and been divorced by now. Because in my 20s, I'm not the same person that I am now. I'm a lot more settled and laid back. In my 20s and 30s, I was real anxious and angry. I was mad because my marriage didn't work out. Like, I was very angry in my late 20s. I was like popping off at people, like I would cuss you out real quick and not think nothing about it. I was very aggressive. That whole angry black woman, it was definitely, I fit the whole stereotype. The whole entire stereotype of the angry black woman, it was me in my late 20s and early 30s. And in my 40s and 50s, I had mellowed out. I wasn't, my kids were older, so I wasn't as stressed out. I was still stressed, but I wasn't as stressed out. My 50s, my late 40s is when me and my husband got together. And I just, when I became a wife, I just mellowed out so much. I think I'm so much more of a giving and loving and nurturing. I was nurturing, of course, when I had my kids, but I'm so much nicer. I'm so much nicer now than what I used to be. I used to have road rage and be cussing people out on the street. And, oh my God, I was crazy. I used to tell my husband all the time how aggressive I used to be and how I would like just, and boyfriends, I cuss their ass out too. And don't let me get drunk. Don't let me have some of that liquid courage. I told my husband how much I have changed. It was like, I'm glad I didn't come across you when you was going. He was like, I don't think I could have. Yeah, I don't think he could have either. Because he's not that type of person. He's so chill. He's not aggressive. He don't drink. He wouldn't have been able to handle me. I'm so glad that I've mellowed out and I don't drink and I don't smoke. And, I'm just different. I think even my kids are like, damn, my mama's so quiet now. She don't do shit. They come over to the house and my son be like, you don't smoke? No, boy, you know I don't smoke. I'm a very entertaining person. You come over to my house, I know what you like to drink. I will normally have some for you. So, my son come over, he likes tequila. He likes expensive tequila. I always have some tequila or something um to drink. You know that. So, but I don't drink like that. But I always have a little bar, little something that if you like it, you like it. And I don't if you smoke, you can smoke in the backyard or you just can't smoke in the house. But you can smoke in the backyard. I don't care about people coming over smoking. If you smoke, go on outside and smoke. Our backyard is nice. The patio is nice. You can go on back there on the veranda and smoke if you want to. Sit on the veranda because it's got a covering over it if you don't want to sit out in the other part of the backyard. So I'm entertaining. I just don't do a lot of the stuff that I used to do. I'm just a lot more laid back now than I used to be. Like, you really have to push me now or really do something to me for me to cuss you out. I don't, you know, like, I don't have a quick fuse like I used to. I used to have a very short fuse. So I'm a lot more laid back now. I'm in my quiet girl era, you know? I just want to drink my water, have my Amazon, have my little snacks, watch my TV, read my Kindle, you know, scroll through social media and live my little quiet girl life. Take care of my plants. That's all I want to do. Love on my husband and Gizmo, and that's it. This is a wonderful life for me. This is the life that you dream about when you think about, okay, one day I'm going to retire. What am I going to do when I retire? I'm going to live my life and crochet and do crafts, take care of plants, you know, have a loving husband. This this is what you dream of your retirement being. Now some people want to travel and see the world. Travel has never been on my bingo card. I don't really want to travel that much. I do want to see more of California. I would love to see, like, I want to go to, it's a few places that's on my bingo card here in California. I do want to go to, like, San Diego. There's other places in Southern California, in LA, that I want to see. There's places here in the Bay Area that I haven't been to that I want to go to. Of course, I want to take more trips and take more pictures of the Golden Gate Bridge. I love going over there. And that's it. Like, not like going to England or Paris or Africa. That ain't on my list of places that I really want to go. It's really not. I don't have to travel to be happy. Like, I'm happy at home. I don't want to be doing things every weekend. I get tired. I don't want to go. I don't want to go nowhere. And I'm glad my husband is like the same way. He is not a go, let's go here, let's go. Like my sister in law, she cannot be still. She has to be going someplace every weekend. Like she work every day and then on the weekend she's just go, 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 go. I can't do that. I don't want to do that shit. And maybe it's because I did it so much in my 20s and 30s. Like, damn, I went to work. And then on the weekends, I was partying every weekend. And I mean, partying like we would club hop on the week. We start partying on Friday and you rest on Sunday. And I would still, like on Sundays, I would always take my kids like to the movies or out to dinner or something. Then I would come home and rest, then work all week, do that shit again on the weekends. So now I don't want to do nothing. I don't. My husband said, what was the highlight of our week? And we was like, going to CVS and getting my medicine. That was it. Yesterday we went to CVS and we went to In and Out, but the line was around the damn corner. These people over here love them In and Out burgers. The line was around the corner. Do you hear me? The line was out in the street, in the traffic for In and Out. So of course I was like, "Don't you get in that line?" And he wanted it too. I was like, "I'm not finna sit. I'm not finna sit in that line for 30 minutes or 20 minutes for no damn burger." So we ended up going to McDonald's. We went to CVS and we went to McDonald's and we brought our asses home because I was too lazy to go to Walmart. I wanted to go to Walmart, but I was like, oh, just the thought of walking around Walmart was driving me crazy. I just didn't want to do it. I didn't want to just be walking around. I didn't have enough energy. That takes too much energy. So we came back home. That was our weekend.